Imagine a universe where the economic and political landscapes are not just transforming, but doing so at an alarming speed. One where fiscal policies are overturned in an instant, currencies oscillate drastically, and trade pacts are renegotiated on whims. Markets are in ceaseless chaos, providing prospects for some while decimating others. Now envision a geopolitical realm where the power and money swing unpredictably and where nations are trying to dominate. It's a high-stakes match of chess, where countries act as pawns and superpowers maneuver strategically, disrupting the status quo. These nations are not just conflicting with others, but also with themselves. They wrestle with new realities such as changing climate conditions, social insurgencies, and budding technologies. These realities are reforming borders, cultures, and ideologies in ways unanticipated. This is the bare and unembellished reality of the world we reside in today. In his illuminating book, Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order, author and renowned economist Ray Dalio carries us on an enlightening journey through the deep undercurrents of history. He thoughtfully identifies and underscores the cyclical nature of powerful empires, a pattern as rhythmic and inevitable as the tides. He provides a studied analysis of this cyclical nature, demonstrating how the seeds of an empire's rise are often sown in the aftermath of its predecessor's decline. He expounds on the stages of growth, from the burgeoning infancy of a new power through its adolescent expansion and eventual maturation into a dominant global player. As Dalio paints a vivid, detailed picture of these thriving empires, he concurrently illustrates their inevitable decline. He meticulously outlines how overextension, complacency, and internal discord sow the seeds of an empire's downfall, leading to its eventual dissolution. Furthermore, Dalio delves into the intricate relationship between the rise and fall of empires and the economic and political patterns that accompany these cycles. He posits how economics and politics are not only influenced by this cyclical nature, but also play a pivotal role in catalyzing it. From the accumulation of wealth and resources in the rise phase to the economic strain and political instability that often presage an empire's downfall, Dalio provides a comprehensive analysis of these interwoven patterns. Dalio presents the intriguing concept of the big cycle. This vast cycle, transcending hundreds of years, becomes a comprehensive framework for comprehending the ebb and flow of world empires. He paints big cycle as an intricate dance of economic, political, and social forces. It's a sequence of repeated patterns that charts the rise to power of an empire, its period of dominance, and then its inevitable decline and collapse. According to Dalio, understanding this big cycle is not just an intellectual exercise, but a crucial tool for forecasting and steering through the alterations in the global hierarchy. The big cycle is a roadmap of sorts, shedding light on the triggers and trends that precede significant global changes. A thorough understanding of this cycle can equip us with foresight, allowing us to anticipate monumental shifts and effectively prepare for them. Dalio's method of deciphering the patterns and indicators of a world order shift is grounded in in-depth historical analysis and keen observation. He closely observes the rise and fall of powers, analyzing their economic policies, social structures, and political strategies. This meticulous study uncovers patterns that signal an upcoming shift in the world order. For instance, economic indicators like mounting debts, income inequality, and changes in technology, or social indicators like rising discontent and political instability, can foretell a shift. This analytical approach allows us to not only foresee these shifts, but to also gear up proactively to meet these global changes. The big cycle, as Dalio elucidates, is a comprehensive system split into three distinct phases. The first phase is dubbed the New World Order. In this beginning stage, a new power ascends and takes control, reshaping the existing world order to fit its ideologies and objectives, and essentially positioning itself as the global hegemon. It is a time of significant change, upheaval, and adoption as the new power aligns the world to its bearings. The preceding phase is the prosperity phase. In this period, the dominant power, having asserted itself, now revels in an era of economic and political stability. Benefiting from its established dominance, it experiences a time of growth and development. Its influence over world affairs is unchallenged, and it reaps the benefits of its hegemony, including financial stability, technological progress, and cultural proliferation. The final phase is the decline stage, a complicated and challenging period for the once dominant power. It grapples with a milieu of internal problems, economic, political, and social, as well as external threats that may come in the form of rising power contenders or unforeseen global events. These cumulative challenges gradually erode the power's dominance, its influence wanes, and it faces the stark reality of its decline. The cycle then prepares to usher in a new world order, paving the way for a new power to rise, and the big cycle continues. Dalio posits that we are currently in the middle of a significant shift in the big cycle. The United States, having worn the crown of global dominance for the better part of the last century, is now wrestling with an array of challenges that could indicate the commencement of a decline phase. These challenges range from economic issues such as unprecedented national debt and wealth inequality to problems like political division and unrest. Furthermore, there's the daunting challenge of keeping up with rapid technological advancement, where falling behind could have serious geopolitical implications. All these issues combined form a crucible that could trigger a significant change in the US's global standing. On the other side of the Pacific, China is surging forward as a significant global power. China's rise can be attributed to a number of factors. Its massive population provides a robust domestic market and a large labor force, which, coupled with strategic government policies, has led to an economic boom. Moreover, China's advancements in technology and infrastructure are setting the stage for them to possibly be the dominant power in the world economy, a role previously held by the US. This transition phase in the big cycle has profound implications for the global economy and geopolitics. If the US declines and China rises, it could lead to a seismic shift in global trade dynamics, potentially reshaping supply chains, challenging established economic alliances, and triggering a new era of diplomacy and international relations. This could be the dawn of a new world order, where the balance of power tilts towards the east. Dalio's book, The Changing World Order, goes beyond being just a theoretical exploration. It is deeply anchored in extensive research and comprehensive data analysis. Dalio meticulously uses historical data, delving into periods of significant global change throughout history, from the rise and fall of empires to economic booms and collapses. By doing so, he identifies recurring patterns and cycles, offering us a tangible understanding of the seemingly abstract concept of the big cycle. Dalio pays particular attention to measurements and indicators that play a crucial role in shaping the world order. These include economic productivity, where he correlates GDP growth rates and levels of industrialization with shifts in world hegemony. He delves into wealth gaps, examining the disparities in income and asset distribution between different social classes, and how these disparities influence social stability and geopolitical power dynamics. He also considers geopolitical tensions, assessing the impact of conflicts, alliances, and diplomatic relations on the overall global balance of power. With these measurements and indicators, Dalio doesn't just explain the dynamics of the world order, he uses them as tools for prediction, forecasting changes in global power structures based on these historical patterns and present indicators. Through his meticulous research, Dalio provides more than an explanation of the changing world order. He provides us with a roadmap. By identifying the driving forces behind these massive shifts, he equips us with the knowledge needed to anticipate and navigate these changes, allowing us to proactively respond to the changing world order rather than merely react to it. Let's delve deeper into the mechanics of the cycles, data, and measurements that Dalio employs to prop up his hypotheses. Dalio relies heavily on historical data, diving into the depths of years gone by to spot repeating patterns and cycles. He uses this information to give us a concrete understanding of the big cycle. But the question remains, how does he do it? By meticulously studying past events and economic patterns, he unlocks the perplexing labyrinth of global shifts. He isn't just scratching the surface, he's plunging into the detailed complexities of economic productivity. By analyzing growth rates, unemployment statistics, and GDP figures, he uncovers the truth behind the health of our economy. Dalio also investigates the wealth gap, examining not only the stark contrast between the rich and the poor, but also the rate at which this gap is growing. He takes into account factors such as income inequality, tax policies, and wealth accumulation to put together pieces of this complex puzzle. In addition, he dissects geopolitical tensions, understanding that these conflicts often have significant economic implications. By monitoring the fluctuating relationships between nations and their impact on trade, he can anticipate potential shifts in the world order. These elements are not chosen at random. They are carefully selected indicators that Dalio employs to forecast global shifts. His analysis isn't merely about comprehending the present or predicting the future. It's about providing us with a comprehensive roadmap to traverse the shifting world order. By gaining a deeper understanding of these cycles, data, and measurements, we arm ourselves with the knowledge needed to adapt and flourish in this ever-changing global landscape. Dalio doesn't abandon us in the vast ocean of transformation. Rather, he gifts us with a compass of principles to sail through the ever-changing world order. These principles aren't reserved only the erudite economists or shrewd politicians, but are accessible to anyone who has a fervor to comprehend and acclimate to the fluctuating global dynamics. One such principle includes understanding the mechanics of the big cycle. Dalio insists that the movements of world economies, societies, and political trends are cyclical, not linear. By understanding the big cycle, one can anticipate and adapt to changes rather than being blindsided by them. Another principle Dalio espouses is learning from history. He suggests that by studying the patterns, rise and falls, and trends of the past, we can make educated guesses about the future and adjust our strategies accordingly. Furthermore, Dalio emphasizes the importance of being flexible and adaptable in the face of change. He suggests that in an ever-evolving world, those who can change their sails according to the wind's direction are the ones who stay afloat. Adapting to change doesn't mean just reacting to the present, but also anticipating the future, preparing for it, and embracing it, instead of merely reacting or resisting it. These are not just principles to navigate the changing world order, but invaluable life lessons that can equip any individual with the wisdom to face any change. In conclusion, Principles for Dealing with the Changing World Order is an insightful guidebook that aids in understanding and proficiently navigating the shifts in global economic and political power. It invites us to delve into the annals of history and extract key lessons from past events. Recognizing the highs and lows of the big cycle and understanding its patterns is integral. This understanding empowers us to predict future trends and potentials and adapt our strategies in a way that aligns with these predicted changes. As we stand on the brink of a significant shift in the world order, Dalio's astute insights offer a compass, directing us safely through these turbulent times. Dalio goes a step further and proposes a thorough 8-point measurement to assess the health of a country. These include education, which fuels innovation and fosters informed citizenry; competitiveness, a key determinant of a nation's prosperity; technology, a driving force behind economic growth and societal advancement; and economic output, a measure of a nation's goods and services production. He further includes the share of world trade, which indicates a country's global influence; military strength, an undeniable factor in international relations; financial center strength, reflecting the stability of a country's financial institutions; and reserve currency, a testament to a country's economic global power. By grasping these key factors, we gain a more holistic understanding of a country's global standing. This understanding equips us to better predict potential shifts in the world order, enabling us to adapt and thrive in a changing global economy. You must watch Ray Dalio's animated video to truly grasp the changing world order. The US dollar may no longer be the world reserve currency sooner than we can imagine. The link to this video is in the description. Go watch it now.